What's up, YouTube? It's Shane once again, and right now I just wanted to kind of do a review of NXT Spring Breakin'. You guys can hear some birds in the background. You might hear some people screaming. There was a fucking retard outside screaming yesterday. I don't know. He does it a lot. I'm surprised that they haven't called the cops on him yet over at these apartments. But yeah, he's been screaming, and that guy's pretty annoying. But so yeah, so far I've been watching NXT Spring Breakin'. I haven't seen. I'm watching it right now. I haven't seen too many matches. I've watched the first two matches. I'm on the third match right now. The first match was Pretty Deadly versus the. I just started watching NXT again, so I'm not too familiar with everybody on NXT right now. Everybody I knew on NXT is like either on the main roster or like gone, But yeah, but it was Pretty Deadly versus the two Mafia guys. I don't remember their fucking names. It was a little trunk match. The Mafia dudes, they beat Pretty Deadly. the one guy, the Don, he hit one of the Deadly guys. Like I just started watching NXT again. I'm not really too familiar with these guys' names and shit. But he hit the one dude with the brown hair, the Pretty Deadly guy with the brown hair with the crowbar, put him in the trunk, and then well, the one guy was in the trunk. The other dude, the other Mafia dude, I don't know his fucking name, but he was in the trunk and he fucking sprayed some fucking fire hydrant shit, and the one Pretty Deadly guy with the blonde hair, and then the Don hit the guy with the crowbar, the brown hair one with the crowbar. He went into the trunk, and the other guy was like, "Oh, my eyes!" He just got sprayed with the fire hydrant shit. And they hit him with their move. I think it's called Bada Bing Bada Boom, some shit, right through a table. And they put him in the trunk and they drove off. And we don't know where they're taking them at right now. Like I said, I'm watching the show right now, so I don't know where they're going. I haven't seen the rest of the show yet, but after that we had Braun Breaker versus Andre Chase. Chase you. This was a squash match, man. Andre Chase got fucking smashed. He got smashed in like 2 minutes, man. He got fucking smashed in like 2 minutes. That match was short as hell. And I mean, there's nothing much to say about that. Andre Chase got fucking smashed, But now we're on the Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria. Last time I called it Valkyria because I'm pretty sure it's Valkyria, Lyra Valkyria. To be honest, I like Cora Jade. I like Cora Jade, and I actually do really like Cora Jade. Now she could be top five for me. You know me, man. I'm putting like all the ladies in top five at this point, man. Like I got like 15 people in top five, man. I'm just, like I'm sorry, man, but I do like Cora Jade. I definitely want to say she's top 10 for me, to be honest. I haven't seen her wrestle too many times. I saw her wrestle a couple times. Saw her main event this week. She had a match with Nikki Cross. And honestly, that match, I didn't think that match was that good. To be honest, that match was they're pretty botchy, and yeah, that match was pretty botchy. The match was not that good, but we're gonna talk about main event when we get to SmackDown later today. It's Friday, by the way. I should have. Well, I was gonna watch Spring Breakin' when it was on, but I don't know. I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, we're gonna talk about main event during the SmackDown review. But yeah, I'm watching Cora Jade right now versus Lyra Valkyria. And to be honest, like I said, I like Cora Jade, but this Lyra chick, I think she's a good wrestler. But to be honest, I'm not really connecting with Lyra Valkyria, to be honest with you. Like, I'm seeing her, I'm like, oh, she's good, but like, I'm not really like, I don't really care about her, to be honest. When I look at her, I just think of the Viking Raiders. I don't know why. Every time I see her, I just think of the Viking Raiders. And I wouldn't be surprised if they draft her to the fucking main roster and put her with the Viking Raiders. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah, I just, every time I see her, I just think of the Viking Raiders for some reason. But, yeah, but right now we're watching Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria. We're going to finish this match out and see what's going on here. And, yeah, we'll be back once we finish this match. Yeah, we'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. I forgot to talk about this. I just went to go get some food really quick, and I just remembered this. D-Jack had absolutely clobbered Dragunov. He had just completely demolished him. Also, I watched Stand and Deliver. And I was impressed with Dragunov, man. I'm liking Dragunov, man. I said before he might potentially be one of my top five men's wrestler. I'm liking Dragunov. That guy's he's doing it, man. I like him. I know he had a match with Gunther or AKA Walter before. And I was meaning to go watch that match, but I need to go watch that. But yeah, DJ absolutely just pummeled Dragunov and crushed him under a little garage door, slammed him right on his stomach and just kicking the shit out of him. Right, throw him into ladders and shit. And there's something else I wanted to talk about. I forgot. Oh, yeah, there's one spot during the Pretty Deadly match where the Pretty Deadly versus the Mafia guys, or where one of the Deadly guys had come on. I just feel wrong talking about this because I don't fucking know their names. He's beating up the other guy, the guy that's not the Don, the other the Stooge, that guy. They put him in the Boston Crab. They put the chair on his head. They're about to do a spot where he jumped down on the chair, but that ain't. They got stopped by the Don. I'm going to talk about that, but yeah, that spot could have been pretty cool, you know. But yeah, like I said, I wanted the Corey J versus Lyra Valkyria match, and I gotta watch this match. Like I said, I'm not too. I don't know something about Valkyria. I'm just not connecting with. I like her wrestling. She's a good wrestler, but I'm just not really feeling her as a character. I don't really care about her, to be honest. I don't know. Like I said, every time I look at her, I just think of the Viking Raiders. So that thinking of the Viking Raiders, they lose every fucking match. So it's like, but yeah, I'm gonna watch this match. We'll be right back. Also, I want to talk about this really quickly. This Cora J versus Lyra Valkyria match. I mean, just look at this shit. Just look at this. Look at the screen, man. The match is here, and they got this fucking nonsense on the side of the screen. I absolutely hate when they do that. They've been. I feel like WWE's just getting more and more bold with this nonsense. They keep doing this. I hate this so much. They had this during the Pretty Deadly versus the Mafia guys match, and but that match actually had stuff going like more. Like we had a match, and then we had the commercial shit, and then we came back. We had some more to match. Literally, basically, this match literally started with the commercial. Basically, like the match started in the commercial instantly. So like half the match is just a goddamn commercial. I hate this so much. I mean, I don't want to say it, but to be honest, this match fucking sucked. The Corey J versus Lyra Valkyria, this match sucked. The moments where they do, where the wrestler does a little springboard, they run up to the ropes, they front flip into the ropes, right? They front flip their whole body into the ropes, right? Hands on the ground, but their legs up over the top rope. They do the front flip right into the ropes, and they do a move and shit. So Lyra did that. I will rewind it, but I don't know, my little, my fucking TV has been fucking up, so like rewinding and fast forwarding it just won't even let me do it for some reason. It's like completely fucks up the entire thing, and I'm not trying to go through that right now. But she ran up to the ropes, did a little front flip right into the ropes, right, and when she came back down after the front flip landed, right, she like stop, like it was such a weird moment. She did the front flip right into the ropes, landed the spot, and then we just stood there for like a couple seconds, and then went for a move. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Right when she landed, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That was like a little botch. She like kind of hesitated on that move there. She did the move, and then like I don't know, man. That was just a weird moment. Like she did a little handstand shit right into the ropes, landed, sat there for like 2 seconds, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Then she went for the move, and that was just bad. Cora J went outside the ring, got her little weapon, came back in the ring. The ref was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the ref took the little weapon from her, and then Lyra went for a kick, completely missed. Cora J was like, oh, my bad. And then she hit Lyra in the knee, and she fell down. Then she DDT'd her 1, 2, 3. Yeah, to be honest, this match fucking sucked. This match honestly shouldn't have even been on the show. I mean, I hate to say I like Cora J, but this match was terrible. Like I said, half the match was a goddamn commercial anyway, so I could barely even focus on the match because they had a goddamn commercial shit on the side of the screen. And then we came back, had like 2 minutes of a match, and then the match ended. Yeah, this match was not good, honestly. Terrible. Yeah, we just had a little segment where the Mafia guys are driving Pretty Deadly in the trunk still. One of the guys get out the car and start slamming the trunk on him and shit. Slamming the little trunk, throwing the guy's hand and shit. Then we're going into the NXT Championship match. I'm surprised it's going on so early. We're literally 41 minutes and 2 seconds into the show. We're going for Grayson Waller versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship match. Like already, I'm surprised. But Grayson Waller got this valet with him holding this golden shoe, and oh man, she is hot. I don't know who she is, to be honest. I've seen a couple of things of Grayson Waller, and I've never even seen this girl. To be honest, I don't know. She's hot, but we're going into the NXT Championship match. I'm surprised it's coming on so early. I'm surprised it's not the main event, to be honest. But hey, we're going to that match. Just finished watching Grayson Waller versus Carmelo Hayes, and expect nothing less from these two. This was a great match right here. It was annoying to have that commercial show on the screen while they were fighting, but man, when it came back, they were going dummy, man. There was a couple spots I want to talk about here. Carmelo Hayes jumped off the rope, hit fucking Grayson Waller was one of the damnedest DDTs I've ever seen. Drilled his head right to the ground. 1, 2, and a kick out. Grayson Waller, he goes to the outside he's going through it for his roll through stunner. He rolls in. Carmelo Hayes stops him. He tried to do something. Grayson Waller was like, I ain't having it. Kicked the goddamn head straight off of fucking Carmelo Hayes. Boom. That was beautiful. Right? And then another part. Man, I gotta go back, man. I don't want to forget some shit. That's just crazy. There's another part where they both clotheslined each other, right? And then they both landed, and Grayson Waller's hand ended up on Carmelo Hayes. Went for a pin right there. That was beautiful. And then another part, Carmelo Hayes going for his little springboard clothesline shit. Grayson Waller's, I ain't having it. Did his roll through stunner. Boom! Carmelo Hayes rolls out of the ring. Grayson Waller's like, damn. Then he put Carmelo Hayes on top of the damn table. Went for the damnedest goddamn flying elbow through the air. Boom! Right in that table. That shit was fire, man. That was fire. There's another spot where Grayson Waller was going for something. Carmelo Hayes didn't have it. He went with the code breaker. And then towards the end of the match where Grayson Waller was going for the roll through stunner again, but that knee gave out on him, and he got caught with a super kick, and then he got caught with Carmelo's little diving leg drop shit. That's basically what John Cena used to do back in the day, where he used to do his move where he do the fucking shoulder tackle and shit, do the 5-knuckle shuffle and all shit, then do the diving leg drop. That's basically what Carmelo, his little finishing move is. He went for that diving leg drop. Boom. 1, 2, 3, man. This match was great, man. I don't want to fucking spoil anything. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but if you guys haven't seen NXT Spring Breaking, I would recommend to go watch this match. This match is pretty good. I think there's 4 matches I've seen so far, and to be honest, I would recommend like 2 of the matches. Pretty Deadly versus the Mafia dudes. Braun Breaker versus Andre Chase was like 2 minutes long. I wouldn't recommend that match, to be honest. That was a squash. Andre Chase got fucking clapped. And then Cora Jade versus Lyra Valkyria. That match was pretty butt. I mean, that match had the commercial on the screen half the time. And the match was filled with a little bit of hesitation. Lyra hesitated on one of her moves. And that was pretty noticeable. And then the match wasn't all that good in general. But Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller, I definitely recommend to watch this match. This match is pretty good, man. Probably the best match on the card so far. This is a great match. This should have been the main event, but this is the best match so far. But there's another spot where Grayson Waller just took out Trick Williams. He wasn't having it. He took him off that chair, took him out, and he said, "No, Trick Williams, no championship." He was very smart to take out Trick Williams, man. Because I haven't seen too many of their matches, but I did see NXT Stand and Deliver where Trick Williams went and hit Braun Breaker with that title, and that allowed Carmelo Hayes to win. But yeah, this great match, man. Great match. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go recommend to go watch this match. Great match. Man, Braun Breaker, man, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, they called out Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker's music hit. Trick Williams kind of gave it away that Braun Breaker's going to come from behind, because you could kind of see Trick Williams looking like this a little bit off to the side, so you could kind of notice it a little bit. But if you weren't paying attention, you probably wouldn't notice it. But that didn't stop the fact that Braun Breaker came in and speared the soul, the living goddamn, the entire being out of Trick Williams. Absolutely just mauled him. You know what I'm saying? He mauled him like a dog, like the dog do, because he got that dog in him. Hit him with that spear, done. Trick Williams done. Hit him with this little submission, done. And then Carmelo Hayes outside the ring, he's sitting there hurt. you know, because Braun knocked him out the ring and shit. So he's sitting out there. Braun Breaker absolutely spears him through the goddamn fucking NXT spring breaking set piece, speared him right through it. The goddamn entire body imploded. Goddamn, he got fucking speared through the shit. I noticed it when it happened. There's a fucking child in the crowd. Like, it was funny, man. That Carmelo Hayes got fucking just mauled. And the kid was like right next to where it happened, so that was pretty funny. Yeah, Carmelo Hayes got fucking absolutely mauled. And then after that happened, out of nowhere, Roxanne Perez comes on the screen talking about, growing up, my friends saw themselves in Barbies. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? That just kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, man, I just saw Carmelo Hayes get his goddamn soul spirit out of his body, and we going to goddamn Barbie dolls. What the fuck going on? But I love Roxy, top 5, like I said. I never even said it before, but goddamn, she looks good, man. She is one beautiful girl. But goddamn, and that's what we're about the same age. I think she's 21. I'm 22, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes just got fucking mauled, man. Goddamn. All right, I'm back. I just watched the mixed tag match on NXT Spring Breakin'. To be quite honest, I did not care about this match like at all. Like, you know, I just did not care about this match like at all. You know, because I don't really know these guys anyway, so I don't really know their storyline. But I do know the women there. They were the NXT Women's Champions. I saw them lose their title on NXT Stand and Deliver, and you know that NXT Stand and Deliver Women's Tag match wasn't even a good match. Like that match, that was like the worst match on the card. To be honest, like we all can agree. Like the fucking Chase U versus Schism on the pre-show was a good match. The fucking women's NXT ladder match, NXT Championship ladder match was a good match. The men's tag match, I personally didn't care about either, but that match was okay, right? The Fatal 5-Way NXT North American Championship match was a good match. The women's NXT Tag Team Championship match was just not good, and then the NXT Championship match was a good match. Like every match was good except for like that women's tag match. I didn't care about that match. The crowd damn sure didn't care about the match. You can go watch that match yourself. The crowd was dead silent during the match. It was like an Omos was making interest or something. The crowd did not care. I didn't care because I don't know these guys anyway. The match wasn't even a good match to begin with, and it was just bad. So like the NXT the mixed tag match here on NXT Spring Breakin', it wasn't a good match. I don't think the match was good. Like the match, I just didn't care, to be honest. I didn't care about the match up until like towards the end of the match where the two guys were in the ring, fucking just duking it out, boom, boom, hitting them blows, hitting each other and shit. There was that was a pretty decent little moment there. The match itself I didn't think was good, but that moment there was fine. And then when one of the teams won, fucking she was like, she gave the bag to the guy. She was like, oh, hit her or hit him or some shit. And he went to hit him, but he got out the way and he bumped into the rope. He bumped into the rope, literally hit the rope, and for like 2 seconds she sat there, and then she go jumping off the rope. I was like, but you literally, first off, he obviously didn't bump into you. He literally hit the rope, and you sat there for like 2 seconds before jumping off. Like, so that was a little botch there, a little hesitation there. And there's another part when the guys were blowing, just hitting each other, boom, boom. And there's a part where there's a hesitation again. They hesitated, and then they threw a punch. That was pretty noticeable. It was obviously noticeable for the crowd too, because the crowd started laughing. Some guys in the crowd started laughing. That moment wasn't. I don't think that match was good. The tag match, I didn't think that match was good. Like, I don't really know these guys anyway, so like, honestly I don't care. I can look up who the people were if you guys. I'm gonna look it up really quickly. So the match was between Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley versus fucking Kiana James and fucking, I forgot the guy's name. I literally just saw his name. Hold on. It was Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley versus Brooks Jensen and Kiana James. I didn't care about this match. Like I said, I didn't care about this match. At the end, Kiana James told Brooks Henson that she was like, "Oh, I never loved you," some shit. This match, I didn't care. Then after that, we went to a Mackenzie Mitchell, and she was interviewing Dragon Lee. And man, I meant to say this earlier. She was straight up earlier, but Mackenzie Mitchell, man, she's hot. But after she got done talking to Dragon Lee, we saw on the screen, Scripps was calling out Axiom. Scripps looks so his outfit is so fucking dumb. It just like we all know it's fucking Reggie from the main roster back in the day. Nabi Scripps, his outfit is so fucking stupid. He looks like a fucking clown. Now we're going into Obafemi. This guy's making his debut here. We saw last week him. I don't know if they've been showing these segments a lot, but I know on last week's NXT they show him throwing fucking couches and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then they show the same segment here, him throwing the same couches and shit. He was just throwing the same shit. Now he's debuting. This is probably gonna be a squash match. He's gonna go. Come on. This guy, like, as soon as he came out, I just thought Omos. I literally just thought Omos. When he first walked out the thing, first thing I thought of was fucking Commander Aziz, and I started thinking of Omos. Is he gonna get over? Probably not. To be honest, he might have some potential down in NXT, but I feel like he might eventually get called up to the main roster at some point, because you know how Vince like big sweaty men, so he might get called up to the main roster and then nothing happens with him, to be honest. Now I'm going to the match. He might be a good fucking. He's fucking 6'6", 310 pounds. He might be a goddamn high flyer. I don't know. He might go to the top rope and do some fucking aerobatics and fucking 450 splashes or some shit. I doubt it, but what if he does? I mean, I doubt he will, but I'm gonna go and see the match what Obafemi has to offer here. Let's go ahead and see what he has to offer. I'm hoping the match is gonna be a squash match. The match gonna suck. I already know, but hopefully something entertaining. The worst match so far has been that mixed tag match. So if this is worse than that, then I don't even know what to say, to be honest. All right, I just watched the Obafemi versus Oro Mensah match. First off, fucking Booker T couldn't even get Obafemi. What's his fucking name? Obafemi? He couldn't even get his name. I was about to say Orofemi. Booker T couldn't even get his name right. He called him fucking Obafida. What do you say? Obafoda or some shit. Obafidi. He's fucking his name up. So Booker T couldn't even get his name right. I just didn't care about this guy, to be honest. His entrance song sounds like fucking just rave music. It's one of those type of songs. I was like, when this shit started, I was like, man, you can start breakdancing to that music, man. His song just sounds like breakdance music. Like I'm not like, come on. And he went against Oro Mensah. I saw this Oro Mensah. I'm not too familiar with Oro Mensah, but I saw him before on NXT Level Up. I still regret watching that show last week. That show was a piece of shit, to be honest. But I saw him on there. He lost in 9 minutes, so I was like, man, I was like, this guy's pretty much a jobber, to be honest. And I thought about when I first saw him. I was like, he kind of looks like Ricochet if Ricochet had fucking hair. I was like, that's literally what I thought of. I was like, he literally looks like Ricochet with hair. It literally looks like a Ricochet with hair, so I was like, I just thought that was funny. He looks like a Ricochet with hair, pretty much. But he literally looks like a Ricochet with hair, but less fit. Or not less fit. Like Ricochet has muscle. His arms are decently big. He got some muscle on him. But Oro Mensah is just skinnier. He's skinnier than Ricochet, and then he has hair. So I just found that pretty funny. I think Oro Mensah got too much offense, to be honest. This is supposed to be a squash match. He fighting Obafemi, some shit, and then Obafemi was getting fucking beat down by Oro Mensah for a couple minutes. I was like, I think he had too much offense. I think Obafemi should have just beat him in 2 seconds. It should have been just a squash match. And then after that, we went into a Gigi Dolan came out and stole the fucking commentary fucking mic and started talking to the fucking at-home audience. I was thinking, I was like, man, why don't you just get on TV? Why don't you just get a mic and start recording and start talking some shit with a fucking mic to the crowd? Basically, no one heard what she was saying besides the people that are sitting right next to her. That was sitting right next to the commentary booth, right behind her and shit, or right in that area. Basically, no one heard what she said besides people at home and people that were sitting right there. So I still don't understand why she's just getting to get a mic and start talking to the crowd. Now, Mackenzie Mitchell's on the screen right now talking to Drew Gulak and fucking this Charlie Hemphy guy. I don't know. I barely know this Charlie Hemphy guy. I saw him last week. He fought Wesley and got fucking cooked. And, and then Drew Gulak, I mean, I don't take this guy serious. He got beat by Charlotte Flair like 5 times on SmackDown. Like come on, but you think I'm gonna forget that? I'm not forgetting that. I still remember that he got beat by Charlotte Flair like 15 times on SmackDown. Yeah, that oval photo match sucked. In the we're going to the NXT Women's Triple Threat NXT Women's Championship Triple Threat match. We're going to that next. So yeah, we'll be right back. And like whenever I finish that match, I'll be right back. We're going to the Women's Triple Threat NXT Women's Championship Triple Threat match, and these three ladies, Tiffany Stratton, Indy Hartwell, and Roxanne Perez. Well, started off with Tiffany Stratton having a little promo package earlier in the show. Then Roxanne had her little segment, and then Indy Hartwell also had her little promo package. They talked their shit. Now we went to the match. Tiffany Stratton came out first, and then it fucking cut to Wesley. And Wesley's like, he's like, oh yeah. It made it seem like he was sitting there like, oh man, she's fucking hot. Which, I mean, yeah, come on, Tiffany Stratton is hot. Like, Tyler Bates talking about he's gonna be in his corner, Wesley's corner for his match against Drew Gulak. And then now they're back there watching the women's triple threat match. Man, Tiffany Stratton, dude, holy man, she is hot, man. Like when I look at her, man, I never really thought about this until just now. She kind of reminds me of Mandy Rose. Like she's like hot, blonde, and just sexy as hell, man. Kind of reminds me of Mandy Rose. I still think why they fired her was just so stupid. They should bring Mandy Rose back, to be honest. But Tiffany Stratton is, goddamn, Tiffany Stratton is hot, man. Whew. Tiffany Stratton, she got it, man. She got it. She looks good, man. And those fucking ads and shit for spring breaking, getting people to watch. So they were showing off Tiffany Stratton, showing off her sexy body, and holy baby, it got a lot of viewers to come in. It got a whole bunch of viewers. The viewers for spring breaking went up drastically after those Tiffany Stratton ads and stuff. And I don't blame them because Tiffany Stratton is hot. So I was gonna watch it anyway, but after seeing those ads on Raw, I was like humming. Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching it, baby. So yeah, but she's not the only reason I came here to watch it, because I came here to watch some of these matches in this women's title match. I already know who wins this match. Unfortunately, it kind of got spoiled, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and watch the match here, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. But, man, Tiffany Stratton, man, she's hot. She is hot, man. But, yeah, they need to bring back Mandy Rose. I don't know why they fired her for stupid reason, but, yeah, they need to bring her back. Imagine Tiffany Stratton and Mandy Rose in the same ring. Oh. Yeah, so far this match has been, it's getting darker, as you can tell, but so far this match has been all right. There's a couple hesitations here and a couple missteps. There's one spot here in particular where Roxanne Perez had Indy Hartwell and Tiffany Stratton, both of their arms. She went over on the top rope, bounced off, and then like backflipped off. And they're supposed to go like an arm drag type maneuver, but it just like went completely horrible, and they just like kind of stood there and then fell over. Also, Roxanne Perez is super small, man. She is so short compared to Indy Hartwell and Tiffany Stratton. I gotta look up their heights. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Yes, so let me see. Turn the light on. So yeah, Indy Hartwell is about 5'10", Tiffany Stratton's about 5'7", and Roxanne Perez is 5'1". And it's pretty noticeable in this match, like seeing them all in the ring together. It's pretty noticeable, man. It makes Roxanne seem like a goddamn like a midget compared to these two giants, man. Like that's what it seems like. They just seem like giants compared to her. But yeah, there's one part in particular where Tiffany Stratton went to the top rope and dived on the outside on Tiffany Stratton dived like a little swanton to the outside on top of Indy Hartwell and Roxanne Perez. I'm pretty sure Indy Hartwell just got injured, to be honest. She landed like a nasty landing on her ankle. She did like a nasty landing on her ankle, and I'm pretty sure her ankle might be injured, to be honest. I would rewind so I can show you guys it, but my my TV has been just like fucking up. So like if I like rewind, it's gonna just fuck up the entire thing, and I'm not trying to go through all that problem. I don't know why my shit's been doing this like all day, but it's been doing it. But she like had a nasty landing on her ankle. I'm pretty sure she got injured there, uh, or she got hurt pretty badly. But Tiffany Stratton's supposed to have a moment there with Indy Hartwell. She was gonna go and grab her, throw in the ring or something, and she went to grab Indy Hartwell, but yeah, Indy's her leg is clearly messed up here. Um, yeah, that was it's pretty bad. That landing's pretty bad. Like she landed, like Indy and Roxanne landed on her back, and Indy landed on her back, but she landed like her whole body literally landed on her leg. It's like her leg is like bent backwards into like this. Like look at my leg here. If I can show it, try to get my leg here. So her leg was like bent like this. Like instead of being like normal like this, it was bent back like that, and she landed on her. She landed like on her entire leg. Like her entire leg was bent backwards, and she landed on it. Like her back was like on her leg. That was like, yeah, that was a. It's pretty nasty. Uh, she might be injured here, so I don't know how this match is gonna play out. But yeah, yeah, she got fucked up. All right, guys, they're actually showing the part about where she landed on her leg. We're gonna go ahead and play this. And she did a little swanton, and she landed right on her entire leg. Yeah, that was a bad. Yeah, that was a bad landing. I'm pretty sure Indy Hartwell might be injured here. Uh, if you can see from the crowd here is not even like really focusing on the match now. They're actually looking out at Indy Hartwell, seeing she's all right, man. She landed on her ankle pretty bad there. And this match so far hasn't even been like a triple threat match. It's mainly been a one-on-one. To be completely honest, most of the match was Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez going at it because Indy Hartwell was like knocked out of the ring while they're in there fighting. And now it seems like it's definitely going to be a one-on-one. You know, Indy Hartwell had her offense in moments and stuff in the match and stuff. But for the most part, it was definitely Tiffany Stratton versus Roxanne Perez. But it seems like it's definitely going to be that for the next few minutes of this match because Indy Hartwell just got injured, it seems. But yeah, we're gonna go and see what's going on here, man. This is that was a pretty bad landing, man. Yeah, it looks like Indy Hartwell did indeed get injured there. This match could have been a bit better. You know, there was a few hesitations where they hesitated, and there were some moments where there were some not so good looking moments where Roxanne went for a kick on Tiffany Stratton, but like she kind of hesitated, and so we saw that there's a couple moments like that, and Indy Hartwell got injured during this match, but she came back out and finished the match out, and she retained her title. Yeah, man, like the way she landed on that ankle, man, that was fucked up. He said that was a pretty nasty landing on that ankle, and but she ended up coming back out and finishing out the match and retaining her title, and yeah, we gonna we're gonna see what's going on with her injury going forward, and this match, like I said, could have been better. It was mainly it wasn't even really a triple threat match, to be honest. It was mainly a it was mainly a one-on-one match for the most part. It was like the beginning of the match was mainly Roxanne versus Tiffany Stratton. Indy Hartwell was outside of the ring, and then they proceeded to do basically Roxanne and Tiffany were basically in the match fighting for the most part, right? And then Indy Hartwell gets injured, and then it's still Roxanne and Tiffany in the ring doing a one-on-one match. They basically at this point they basically just had to completely just go on the fly. Basically, they had to just make up shit and go in the ring. You could tell this stuff wasn't planned. They basically just went in the ring and just did stuff. you know. But I do know for a fact the finish there was planned. You could tell that the finish was planned, where Tiffany Stratton did that beautiful moonsault from the top rope. There's few people who hit that moonsault just as amazing. Io Shirai and Tiffany Stratton, those two guys like that are just amazing moonsault. Now Lita's moonsault was good, but she always was like really low to the ground. So every time she would when she would do the moonsault, it looked like she's gonna break her damn neck. But yeah, that was a beautiful moonsault there by Tiffany Stratton from the top rope. When she jumped from like the bottom to the second to the top, off the top rope, boom, moonsault. That was beautiful, right? Or she jumped from like the second to the top rope, off the top to the moonsault, and she went for the pin. The way she landed where where Roxanne was here, like Roxanne was here. She landed, boom. Her legs are pointing towards the opposite turnbuckle, right? So it was on the right side turnbuckle from the hard cam. So where we are at, they got the left turnbuckle over here, then the right turnbuckle. So they did a moonsault on the right turnbuckle, boom, and she lands on her, and her legs are pointing towards the um, turnbuckle over there on the left, the far left turnbuckle over on that side. But she didn't pin from there. She flipped around to the other side where her legs were pointing to the outside of the ring. And when she did that, I was like, okay, now I see what's going to happen. And then Indy Hartwell grabs her legs, pull her outside the ring. Tiffany, she did the moonsault. Her legs are pointing inside. Then she flipped around, so her legs are pointing outside. Indy pulls her outside the ring. Indy goes back in the ring, and Roxanne is like kind of hunched over like this, waiting. And then Indy Hartwell, boom, elbow to the back of the head, and pinned her 1, 2, 3, and retained her title. This match, like I said, could have been a bit better. It was a few hesitations during this match. It was not really botchy. Well, besides that bad landing where Indy Hartwell had there, it wasn't really botchy. But there's a few hesitations during this match, and it could have been a bit better. But just unforeseen. We did not expect her to get injured during the match, but the match was okay. It was decent. It was mainly just a one-on-one match between Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. But it could have been better. But for the most part, this Spring Breakin' was a decent show. It could have been better. And the mafia guys, they ended up dumping. They dumped pretty deadly in the water at the end of the show. We saw that too. And then the show went off the air. But yeah, the show was pretty good. It could have been a bit better, but hey, it is what it is. But yes, Mr. J once again, and I'm out. Peace.